Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about the advanced scan, how we can perform this advanced scan. So I am using Nmap for the better graphic interface. Now my target over here is scanme.nmap.org. For performing the advanced scan, let's first see whether this target is available for us or not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the regular ping scan. So -sp stands for the ping scan. So let me ping whether this target is live or not. So as you can see over here right now, I get the output that yes, this IP address is alive and I am good to go with the advanced scanning. And if you want to check whether the scan has been completed or not, you can go in scans and check the status. Over here it says unsafe, that means the program has been executed but it's not been saved. Now also you can check for the ports and host over here, but I have only tried to ping. Okay, I have not done any kind of the scanning, like to check the port status. Okay, so that's the reason I am not getting any ports and services. I am just getting that this particular port is this particular organization is live and up. Now let's talk about the you can say fin scan or the null scan. Now I am talking about the null scan. So it will try to fetch the target organization information without delivering any kind of packet. So of course when it's not delivering any kind of packets to the network to get acknowledge, so there the output might be different. Okay, we got the output for the null scan. As you can see right now, I am getting something different output with stating from the target that right now the IP address or the target is alive up, but there are only 1,000 scan ports on this target and are in ignore state. And also it's stating me that 1,000 posts of TCP might be open or filtered and no response. So over here what it's doing, the null scan, it's gathering information more and more about the network without delivering the packets. Okay, so that's the beauty. You can go over here in a shielded way, or you can say by hiding uh, or by clearing the traces that no one is in the target. Now let's check for the fin scan. So the flag for fin scan is -sf. Okay, let's check what this fin scan is going to give a different output irrespective of the normal basic scans and the null scan. Now, when I'm talking about the fin scan, if you can recall from the previous session, we have talked about a bit about TCP header actually contains six flags in which the fin is called as finish, and this finish flag stands at the last line of the TCP header, and this actually terminate the process. You can say either directly or either giving you any kind of response to terminate the execution that has been successfully done. Now we have to wait for few minutes because it's gathering information from the target. So let's wait for a few moments, and if you want you can check whether the scan has been executed, done, or it's still in process. So if you can see, the fin scan right now is still in process. Okay, and there are no ports or host information available for any of these ports because the advanced scan is a lot about the gathering information about the network rather than checking for the ports and the hosts, or you can say for how you can an attacker can penetrate in the organization without being recognized from any of the monitoring teams, or you can say from any of the incident responder who is been closing a very closed eye towards the network. Now this fin scan might take a lot time because over here it's trying to do something different irrespective of the other flags. So just wait for few minutes and we will able to see the output. Now over here you might see that we got the output for the fin scan, but it's the same output like the null scan. There is no difference. So why we are performing this different scan, null scan, fin scan? What is this actual purpose? So over here we might get the same output, but in null scan you are not sending any kind of packet. There is no packet delivery. But when we are talking about finish scan, there is actually some packets being delivered from the sender point to the receiver end. But in finish scan, when there is ports available, or you can say there are ports open in state, some ports even there are available in this target. So at that time this finish can simply terminate the process, or you can say it's get directly terminated. In that we can get to know that there are some TCP ports available in this target and it is open. That's the reason we are using finish scan. And the second stuff is that the second process of the three-way handshake is that synchronization plus acknowledgement. So over here there is no second process going to run or execute at anyhow. So we are not getting recognized by the network or organization anyhow. So again this is what the finish can. Now let's talk about you can say, now over here this is the basic stuff we have done. But every time we are talking about the scans, we know we have an idle scan. Okay, that is SI. So what is this idle scan actually? So this idle scan is nothing but it is a zombie scan, where we talked about that we might not being recognized from the organization, but it's trying to hide our true IP. So as you can see over here we got the output, and the very first warning is that many people use -p and w idle scan to prevent pings from that true IP. On the other hand, timing info and map gains from ping can allow for faster, more reliable scans. Okay, that's what I am talking about. Because over here, your true IP is getting prevented being recognized from the organization. Yeah, and this scan is faster and more reliable than rest of the scan. So when you want to scan the target or the organization as fast as possible, you can go for this. But what's the main stuff we are not able to get that exact scan, because right now I am not using any third party. Right now I am not able to mask my identity. So that's the reason I am just getting warning and it's not fetching the output of the organization. Okay, so that's why this is the again another way of being stealed scan. Now majority of the people scan for the target, and sometimes it happen that we are not able to perform the scan. So at that time what you can do, you can go for the probe scan. What is this probe scan? That if an organization is not letting you to scan, this probe scan is forcefully trying to gather the information or gather the target's info, whether the port state is open, closed, filtered, what it might be. Okay, so as you can see we fetch the output of using the probe scan. So you can use this probe scan to uh, ignore the host and directly scan for the ports available on the target. Okay, so I hope you got the advanced scanning, and you can try more advanced way using mixture of the scans. So thank you so much, and that's for today.